My name's Scott McKee. I'm the Managing Director of BirdDog. Number 2, old school marketing sucks on social. That's another common mistake that people make. They try to take their existing material and push it through social channels. It doesn't work. So in the bad old days, we had mailers or emails or advertising, whatever you liked, and that would be enough. You'd play a numbers game, send out 1,000 mailers with a 0.000 whatever % response, and as long as you sent out enough million mailers, you would get a satisfactory response. But those were tactical decisions based on campaign activity. And that was relatively easy. It's based on experience, and we have a lot of experience about old communications and not so much experience about new communications. You can't just push those same messages out through social channels. The messages have to be pulled. People have to want to engage with them. Because if you push too hard, you'll find very quickly that nobody really cares about your communications, even at Christmas time. And in a similar way, the old ROI measurements that you use for measuring success in your marketing activity also no longer applies. It doesn't work. It's another problem that people have been facing. How do we attach value to this? You can't attach it in the same way as you have been doing. So content has to have value if you're going to measure it. And that's difficult because businesses are still trying to push out their current traditional content that doesn't necessarily have a value to an audience that's worked very hard to get away from it within the social spaces. So value is measured through the communities that you create. And in a social space, that's the only thing that has a value, the community itself. So the short-term tactical approach doesn't work. You have to start building a long-term strategy for content creation and delivery for that social planning. Now, there's a guy in the States called David Meerman Scott who works an exercise as he travels around the world speaking. And it's based on a statistical response. And I thought it might be quite interesting just to do that now. So to illustrate the point that I'm trying to make. So yes, no, you can just put your hands up, it's fine. There's no right or wrong answer. But how many people in the room here, in the last couple of months, let's say, have used direct marketing or advertising as a source to research a product or service that they were thinking about buying, a business product or service that they were thinking about buying? So you're looking at marketing services or any business product or services. Who uses direct mail as a source of information to assess that purchase? Anyone? No one. Okay, that's good. Typically, it's 2%. So 2% of activity, DM. How many people attend or has attended in the last couple of months a trade show to do the same thing? So not as a vendor, actively gone to a trade show in order to research a product or service you were thinking of buying? Yeah, a couple, 2 or 3, 4. All right, that also reflects statistics of 5% typically do that. Now, how many people go online to research a product or service? Yeah, there we go. Everyone in the room, everybody does that. And one final question, how many people have clicked a link from a friend or colleague in order to research that service or product? So, yeah, there we go again. So most of you. So you can see where I'm going now. So 95% is the typical response. That research has been done all over the world with exactly the same response that you've had today. So we can see immediately that businesses are typically continuing to invest in the communication materials, the marketing activity that nobody gives a shit about. Okay? And they're not investing where clearly all the activity is happening, online and through social referral and community recommendation. It's a formative point. I wish someone had told me that a few years ago. So, is the engagement behavior that I've just shown you reflected in your non-existent social strategy? No, it isn't. Is the buying preference that the audience is expressing reflected on your current website. No, it isn't. So I wish I'd known to invest where the market was 100% instead of where it wasn't.